Hey y'all, my name is Queen Morgana, and welcome back to the Ultimate Decades Challenge. Now, last episode we found out a lot. Um, so a fox took one of our eggs. Oh man. Anyways, um, it's a rainy day. It's still raining from the previous day that put out the fire. Everything still burned. I had Mathilda kind of mop a little bit the kitchen, but that's about as far as we got. And yeah, so yesterday we had a little bit of a mini movie at the beginning of the episode that showed Matilda's father and mother. Her mother's a bit unnamed. Well, a bit unnamed. She wasn't really important to that particular story, but her father, Emil, um, had a really interesting relationship with a witch named Beatrice. Now, Emil, I guess I should give some backstory as to how he even got to that point in the mini movie. This is so cute. Sorry. That's how he even got to that point in the mini movie. Guess I'll never see it again. But essentially, Emil was born as, he was pretty well off, somewhat middle class. He and his family had a good bit of money. They weren't necessarily nobility, but he had the family line the way it was going. They probably would have been nobility around the time Alice was born. Like around this time, if the family still had everything they had and hadn't kind of all met their demise, they would probably be nobility by now. But a bit of a backstory on Emil is he's from a noble family, Hemford on Bagley, and growing up, he had an older brother and, of course, his parents. And being the younger of the two brothers, not much was really expected of him. He didn't really have much that was expected of him. So he kind of had a bit more freedom than his older brother. After his own studies, he would go into the village and just, play with the local kids. And one of the local kids he met as a child was a pretty blonde girl named Beatrice. Now, Beatrice lived with her older sister and her mother, who, unbeknownst to the rest of the village, were witches, and including Beatrice herself. Now, there was a lot of rumors about the three in the village because it was not very common to see a woman raising two daughters on her own, a woman who they never seen with the man. So the two biggest rumors around the village at the time were that her mother was widowed and just loved her husband so much that she refused to remarry, or that Beatrice's mother was a little open with men and essentially had two girls out of wedlock. Now, nobody knows the truth except for the people in that family. But Emil and Beatrice were really, really close friends. They got along very well, and everything was fine. They got along well, and one day Beatrice did reveal that she and her family had look at her scoot. Sorry. Revealed that she and her family had magic to reveal to Emil. Now, being a witch or a spellcaster is kind of like being, just a different type of human. Like, people are just going to be scared of things they don't understand, even if it's not inherently harmful. So they were very peaceful. They didn't harm anyone, but a lot of people are just not understanding or open to a lot of things. And yes, so they grew up together. They're very, very close. And a lot of people around the village, like, by time they were almost marriageable age, they were about 14 or so early into their teen years, a lot of people just kind of assumed that Emil and Beatrice would marry. They slowly kind of started to fall in love with one another. But as popular as Emil was around the village for just being a genuinely good person, his older brother was not. And, the only reason he got away with a lot of things he got away with was strictly because of his social standing. nobody liked him. He was rude. He was mean. Like he just was not a good person. And yes, so as Beatrice reached the beginning of her teen years, she kind of caught her brother's eye, and not her brother's, Emil's older brother's eye, because he at the time was betrothed. He was set to marry a girl from a merchant family, which would have increased their financial and political power in Hemford-on-Bagley. That merchant girl being Mathilda's mother, but we'll get there. And for whatever reason, his older brother did not think that Mathilda's mother was pretty or beautiful. Whatever the case may be, he just did not like her at all. So one day, Beatrice came to visit his estate once more, and Emil was still in the middle of his lesson. So she decided to kind of bide her time and go hang out in the horse's stable and go, spend some time with Emil's horse that she had known for a long time at this point. And Emil's older brother kind of cornered her in the stable, and it was really uncomfortable for her. Nothing happened, but a bit of her magic slipped out, and she accidentally set him on fire in the stable with her magic. And, the stable, being a stable, has no candles, no lanterns, anything like that in case of fire hazard. So when she saw that he was accidentally on fire, she teleported to Emil's room. Like, luckily his tutor had left, so they didn't see that. And she quickly told him what happened. Emil didn't really care because he didn't like his older brother to begin with. But they were like, we need an alibi quick. They were like, if he dies, it could be like an accident because no one saw her in there, blah, blah, blah. So, obviously the ranch hands, or the people who worked for the family, heard the screams of Emil's brother because he was on fire in the stable. And they rushed to help him. They doused him off. He was still heavily injured and unconscious at that point. So there wasn't much they could do. So they took him back inside and got a physician to come and visit and help as much as they could. They managed to patch him up, but it was almost too late at that point. So, you not fix it? No? Okay. It was nearly too late at that point. So what ended up happening was Emil's brother woke up like just before he passed away, and he was just mumbling. He was incoherent. They could barely understand what he was saying, but the two words they did understand were Beatrice and witch. And those people heard, and now they're looking out for Beatrice because they kind of put two and two together and were like, yeah, how'd he catch on fire in the stable? And there is nothing flammable in the stable. This had to have been magic. And if he's saying the last person he saw was Beatrice had to have been a witch and set him on fire. And because he was the heir, they came up with this random conclusion that Beatrice must have killed Henry's older brother because everybody knew that they liked each other. So they thought that if if Emil's older brother was out of the way, then Emil would then be heir to the family. And since everybody knew they were going to marry anyways, she would also be the lady of the house. They thought that she had done it to get a bit more power out of Emil, which is not true at all. But yeah, so they were kind of tracking her down, and they eventually got to Emil's room, and of course they see Beatrice in there, and they're questioning Emil and all that, and Emil lies and says that that Beatrice was in the gardens and had kind of snuck into his room way before his brother died. Like she couldn't have been there for anything, right? They're not believing it. Like Emil's not really doing the best job at lying. So they're getting ready to take her into custody and try her as a witch. So he has to think quick. And unfortunately, he comes to two decisions. One, he could say the truth and say, yes, Beatrice is a witch and she did set him on fire. But she set him on fire because my older brother, was trying to come on to her unwanted in the stables. But if he did that, then the reputation of his family would just completely go down the drain. Even if it was just his brother was a representative of the entire family. And doing so would affect not only him and his parents, but also their bloodline and generations to come. The situation this isn't his name, he was not a Smith, but the situation that William and Mathilda are in right now are situations he wanted to avoid because this would have been him and his parents. Or he could lie. And he decided to lie in order to protect Beatrice because he loved her. Beatrice was the love of his life. But in order to make anything make sense, especially if his older brother was saying that Beatrice was the last one he saw before being set aflame and the word witch came out, he had to kind of lie and tell a bit of a partial truth. So he said, oh, it wasn't Beatrice he was talking about. He was thinking of Beatrice's sister. Beatrice's sister and mother are both witches, but Beatrice is not. And he kind of played in on that rumor that had been going around the village that they had different fathers. So he was saying that Beatrice was not a witch because her father was a human, but the other two, her mother and sister, wow, Mathilda, but was saying that the mother and sister were witches. So they kind of went on a bit of a witch hunt for the mother and sister, and unfortunately it led to Mathilda's family being killed. Her mother and sister, who, yes, were witches, but innocent and just completely innocent, had nothing to do with any of that. They they weren't even involved in any capacity, kind of had to face the consequences of Beatrice's actions, and they both were killed, and Beatrice survived. So Beatrice remained in the village, but she and Emil could never really see each other much because now Emil was taking classes and kind of being trained as the next heir, or the heir actually at this point, because there was no one else. And this went on for about a year, and life of Beatrice in the village was just terrible. She wasn't around Emil as much. And the people around the village were being mean to her. She couldn't find work, and no one's family wanted to take her in or have her marry into their family because they figured that, she had to be bad luck, like something, she had the blood of a witch in her. Something's going to happen. She's going to bring bad luck to the family. And she was just having a terrible time. And a little later in the year, Emil's family, they didn't want to lose out on the connection with the merchant family. So he was kind of forced to become betrothed to his elder brother's ex-fiance, who was Mathilda's mother. And as soon as Beatrice found out, she was just devastated. She lost everything. She lost her love. She lost her family. She lost her home and any of the friends she might have had pretty much overnight in an instant. And Emil kind of took a little bit of pity on her, and he gave her enough money and essentially said that this is enough money for about 5 years for you to travel anywhere in the world. I have a carriage prepared for you. You can go to a new village, start a new, have a new identity, start a new life, and just live and be happy. A happiness that I cannot give you here in Henford on Bagley. He was like, the most I could give you is being a mistress, and you don't deserve that because I love you, and because I love you, I want you to be happy, and I know that you deserve more than this. And he apologized throughout the year profusely because he feels that he was the one who, essentially got her mother and sister killed, which is true. And she left and she accepted the money and all that. And she did recognize, she said, I still owe you because you saved my life and you're giving me passage, the safe passage out of this village. But I hate you. Like she was so angry with him. But she loved him at the same time. But she was just so angry that love had just kind of dissipated and she was just so hurt. And she pretty much said she never wanted to see his face again. Wow. But yes, that's the backstory to the backstory. Now, the mini movie we saw yesterday was my phone. Okay, I should have muted this earlier. But the mini movie that we saw earlier was essentially 10 years after the events that I just spoke of. Emil is married to Mathilda's mother. It's not a loving marriage, but they get along. They're not in love with each other. They perform their duties. They live together. They raise their children. They both love their children, and is very platonic, if nothing else. But he managed to track down Beatrice to a nice sized mansion in Glimmerbrook, where he found out that she had settled after some time. He kind of hired some people to go search for her. And he had an issue because Mathilda, when she was an infant, was very, very sickly and was very close to dying. She was just so sick. And they were really struggling to have girls, and they desperately wanted a girl, desperately wanted a daughter. And she was the only one that had survived that long, even though she was just a few months old and just got sick again. And all of his children are somewhat sickly or somewhat frail, but she was just the worst at the time. All of his sons were they were healthy, but they definitely could have been healthier. And so he essentially realized that he was going to need something other than modern medicines or whatever the physicians in Henford-on-Bagley could give her. And so he and his wife traveled to Glimmerbrook. Now, Mathilda's mother, while she was raised in the village, never really hung out with any of Emil's friends because she was a little bit older and at that point was betrothed to his older brother. And, she and Emil never really were together until the year after her ex-fiance died and she became his little brother's fiance. And so he tells Mathilda to just, stay here with the baby. I'm going to go talk to her just in case things go south. He doesn't want her to get hit with a blast of magic or, she's so mad she set both of them on fire or something like that. So he comes in, he's trying to be all charming and and kind of ease his way into it. Beatrice isn't having it at that point. And she's like, why did you come here? And I never wanted to see you again. You know what you did? He's shooting back that he's apologized so many times. It was an accident and it wasn't the best decision he's made. It's something he's regretted every single day. That a hasty lie, a hasty half-truth that he came up with at age 14 to save someone he loved, essentially got rid of the people she loved. And, he ended up losing her anyways in a different way. And yes, he was like, I just want the favor. I'll leave you. I'll be out of your hair. I'll leave. I just need this favor. And she said, okay, fine. He did try to seduce her at some point because he still is in love with her. He does not love Mathilda's mother or his current wife. He was standing behind Beatrice at all times. I think that Beatrice still felt something for him too. But at that point, she had already cut ties. There was no point in her still trying to love a man who she never thought she would see again. And even if she did have some type of love for him, the hate she feels for the person who essentially had her family burned for being witches, who only knew because she trusted him enough to give him that information. But yeah, it didn't work out. She was saying she's not as naive as she used to be. She doesn't trust him anymore. She won't trust him blindly, no matter what type of feelings she may or may not have for him. And she was going to do what she wanted to do, but not without a price. And as we all see, that price is kind of, it's just a curse of fire, curse of flames. The same flames that, murdered her mother and sister are just going to haunt Mathilda. And it's so sad. So growing up, Mathilda's father, who didn't tell his wife or any of the brothers about the curse or anything like that, because as far as they know, it wasn't a potion that was in the bottle, it was medicine. So it just, growing up, Mathilda's father was really, really strict about her being near the fireplace or the stove. When her mother passed, he did everything he could to make sure she wasn't near the stove. He hired so many people until he just couldn't anymore. And then she was forced to be the one to cook as everyone in the family slowly fell ill besides her. And I think we're seeing why now, now that she's pretty much using or trying to use a stove very frequently and causing all these fires, we see she doesn't know this though. He never told anyone, including Mathilda, who's the one affected, about this curse. So in her mind, she thinks something's wrong with her because she keeps setting fires. And this is just from the stove. It's not winter yet or fall, so they have no reason to light this fireplace. But if she's the one to light it, I don't doubt that it'll also catch fire. She's caught this campfire on fire. Like she's feeling really bad about it. And, as she's setting all these fires, she's remembering her childhood and how strict her father was about the fires. Her brothers could use these things regardless, as soon as they were children, to take care of themselves. But they were always so strict with her, and she thought it was just because she was the only girl and she was the youngest. But, she's thinking maybe they were onto something. But yeah, that was the longest explanation. But that's the backstory to this entire situation. So if you could stop playing in puddles, because you and your wife actually need to eat. So first things first, you need to come milk Clara. I know she doesn't want to be in the rain, but she needs to get some milk because what's dirty out here? Something else is burned? Oh, these things. Duh. Yeah. So come clean and milk her. Or she runs away. And we're just going to try to get back on track. It's 13:03, so it's not 13:03. It's 13:04. It's 13:04. We're just going to be getting back on track. I had to pull up my timeline. I was like, yeah. So the baby's sleeping, so I want to get them both kind of, what's in the, what happens to the, oh, okay, the chick aged up. So we have 3 hens and no roosters. So eventually we're going to we need to get to the point where we need to buy a rooster so that the hens can produce fertilized eggs and not just regular eggs. Someone left a comment about that, which I did appreciate. Hello? She's getting brushed right now, bro. And she's not hungry. Why are you hungry? You have food. Oh, no, you don't. My bad. Feed her. And then come refill this feed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry for getting mad, Clara. It's not your fault. But I thought her plumb ball was somebody's shoes. I was like, who's walking by with green shoes? We just need to get back on track. We need to get money. It's about to start thunderstorming, so you need to feed her. Go back inside. Okay, you're done with the garden anyway, so you can head inside too. And we desperately need some food. So as much as I don't want to, oh, oh, the stores are closed. Why are all the stores closed? I should have had them go earlier. I wasn't thinking. Okay, she's gonna go take a bath. Stop it. Did you milk her? You didn't even, we, come on. We can't sell this because it's that. Let's sell these eggs. You can't sell this. Can we sell this fertilizer? We don't need the fertilizer. Okay, we have money for stuff now. Let's replace this stove. And once you're done with the cow, clean out the spoiled food. Did we lose everything or just the stuff that was spoiled? Okay, we still have our food. And I hate to say it, but we actually do need to we do need to fix the stove because we need food. And I'm wondering, okay, I'm gonna get him a medieval career. Like just something that they can do outside of hello, okay, Spice Festival. Just something that he can do outside of just foraging and hunting. So he's gonna be struggling for a little bit, but I hate to say it, and I know that they're just going to get dysentery again from doing all this, but guys, you need to eat some you got to eat some produce because you're both going to starve to death. I don't want to use my carrots because we can make some good carrot stew with that. I think the parsley or the blackberries. I'm going to give you the blackberries. Yeah, there we go. And they do need to start trying for babies again. With all the chaos of last episode, they didn't try for a baby at all, and they're supposed to do it like 3 times. So I'm going to get them back on track with trying to expand the family further and doing what we're supposed to be doing. Let's just fix all this. Can you be fixed? 2 on 1. I shouldn't have fixed that last year. Okay. Can this be? No, it's efficient funds. Okay. I think things are going fine. I'm gonna kind of try to get these guys situated a tad bit more. I'm gonna get Rowan to head to the tavern to see if there's any jobs available. Let's go alone. Leave Mathilda and Alice here. He's traveling in the middle of a thunderstorm to try to get work so that he can feed his family. The things he does. He's a good man. He's a bit of a weirdo, but he has very good intentions. I'm gonna ignore that girl that's not dressed properly, and instead, I completely forgot what I was doing. Looking for a job. There we go. Oh, it's happy hour. We don't have happy hour money. Unfortunately, we do not have happy hour money. It'd be really bad for him to use all of his funds. Not a knight. Midwife. Not law. I forgot all the I forgot what all I downloaded. Blacksmith, maybe? It'd give him some long hours. He doesn't have, I don't think this is his skill set though. Knight? Definitely not a skill set. Not a midwife. Okay, I lied. He won't be doing that. Sorry. There are no job opportunities open to him. She getting it. Go girl. Yeah, so he and his wife are just going to be eating produce until they get to he's so skinny. They're just going to be eating produce until they get to the point where they can fix the stove. And I think the stove only works with the fire on, but I'm going to extinguish the fire just to see if it works without it. But like for my realism, I feel like it should be on. I don't want you to go to sleep, but there's actually nothing for you to really do. Maybe she just wants to get out the house. Oh, no, she got it. She got the bad thing. Don't give her a bottle. She's fine. Her mom will feed her later. You do so bad with produce. Oh God, it's just like 1301 all over again. What's worse is the baby's here. Come on. Now, before you start like peeing yourself, I actually want you and your wife to woohoo. Who's thinking about a baby? Oh, Margaret. I don't know why you're here during a thunderstorm, but once you're oh, she's leaving. Okay. I want these two to try for a baby. And once you're done, breastfeed her. Oh no, is the thing full? I don't want to. We're so close to a stove. I don't want to buy another whatchamacallit thing. Oh man, it's rough out here. It really is. This baby is babbling for real. Alice is very vocal. I don't think he's gonna make it to the toilet, but I'm gonna try. He needs to slide down this ladder though. He's not gonna make it. I'm gonna just go ahead and have him. I'm even gonna have him take a bath because he has to do it again. You are gonna mop though. And I kind of want to make him, he'll pee in the woods if he's out there. I kind of want to make him go and sizzle of something broken or the sizzle of my burnt objects, bro. Okay. Go foraging just to get a few more whatevers. I wish you could sell this, the stuff you got from the mod. I feel like that'd be way more realistic, but whatever. Performed poorly. Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did. Oh, she's gonna pee herself too. Oh my god. I'm getting like it's just like 1301. Put Alice in the crib. Just put her in the crib or on the floor. Whatever. Whatever. Look at her, she can crawl around now. I kinda wanna don't change her outfit. Oh my gosh. Do some tummy time. Okay, so I just had William wake up a little bit early and milk the cow, so now we have enough money to purchase a new stove. And as much as I want to take this fire out, because Mathilda, I'm gonna leave it in because it just makes far more sense that way. Our baby's gonna starve. Mathilda, get up. Let me make sure you're not trying to get the baby. Okay, cool. Get up and well, you both gotta wake up first, huh? And it's harvest day, it's summer harvest. No. What I do need you to do, come on, come feed your baby and change her diaper. She's not her diaper change. And what are you talking to her? Just feed her. Come on now. And where is the oh, here it is. I'm just blind. Okay. Now next up, we desperately need to fix this. We need like 100 more simoleons to fix this. But for now, do we sell the chicken? Because we have 2 hens. We might just sell one, actually. I'm gonna call them in. What to which one is the oldest? You're young. Where are the other 2? One was over here a few seconds ago. I might sell the black hen. Here we go. Please don't set anything on fire. Make some pottage. Matilda, I'm counting on you. I'm so scared. And because we're not using like modern day cooking, I can't just have her like make a salad. Just don't start a fire. Okay. You Where's the food? Why'd you hide it in your pocket like that? And she's hungry, so I'm gonna have her go back to sleep. Hungry? She's tired, so I'm gonna have her go back. Alice. Oh my god, you get a baby that can move, and all of a sudden. Well, she's entertaining herself, so I'm mad. Leave Alice alone. Please. Go eat, because you have to go sell all your harvestables. I'm over here like, let's make some money. It's harvest day. I didn't even have to sell that chicken. Hopefully all this produce gives us enough money to fix these two things and buy a couple of roosters. Okay. Wow. Mathilda's getting attacked by bats while her husband's getting attacked by spiders. Why is oh my god. I did not oh. Is this how chickens nap? I thought that was like a bag of coins. I don't know what I don't know what that was. I don't know what I thought. I don't know what happened. I didn't know. I was so confused. I like hold my breath every time she cooks now. Oh wait. We don't need to put Alice to bed. We need to age up Alice. This is her birthday. Why can I not age her up? No, not stats. Oh, she could do tummy time on her own? Oh. We'll explore that with the next child. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna just use MC Command Center then. Normally I use that one, but yay! Okay. It's Alice's birthday! This is so exciting. Let's get her toddler trait. Fussy. She was an intense infant, now she's a fussy toddler. She's so pretty! I can't wait to give her a makeover. But okay. And now she has more wants and needs. Be friendly with Mathilda. She loves her mom. Let's get homie a toddler bed. Think that'd be really nice. And we need to wash the laundry. Wash more laundry. That's for tomorrow when these clothes are dry. Let's see. We should be able to afford a toddler bed. I'm not going to throw this away because the next child's going to need it. So I'm just move it a room over. And Alice also needs some toys. I feel like we can get Alice some good stuff here. Let's see. Let me just come here. Okay, the toddler beds are really cheap, so we can get her one. And a toddler potty. I feel like she'll be spending most of her time up here. I'll put the potty in the hallway instead of the bedroom. And, how do I want to do this? I kind of want to get her toy. We don't have any like medieval toys. This is like a stuffed cat. It's a stuffed werewolf, but like it's close enough. Blocks. I guess this stuffed animal here. That was such an expensive. Yeah, there's nothing else we can get. Yeah. I think that's all she really needs for now. These are all the necessities. Yeah. Or should we? I'm gonna put this toilet downstairs. Well, no, I'm gonna keep it up here. because the toddlers actually can't be carried on the back like the infants can, and they can't get down the ladders. So, and there's also no room down in the downstairs bathroom anyway. So yeah, the toilet's staying up here. When they gotta throw it away, I'll just move it myself. But yeah, let's give Alice a makeover. Okay, y'all, it's officially the first day of fall. It's the next morning. Mathilda's sleeping, but I'll show y'all what she looked like after her makeover in just a moment. And Mathilda just kind of has to get the day started because now we have to cook. And we're cooking for like 3 people now. Hopefully 4, hopefully more. Hopefully she's pregnant, but I highly doubt she is. And what do you be doing in this animal shed and you're the only cow to make it that dirty at all times? But yeah, Henry's just resting. The baby Alice just, I forgot to roll for Alice. Okay. I have my roller up, so we're going to do that right now. So we're rolling a d20 and we want to avoid numbers 4, 8, and 12. She got a 9. Oh, my heart. Okay, so she survived, so I did not just do a makeover in vain. Yes, I'm so happy she's here. I'm happy to see her. It's a cloudy day. I was going to have to take a picture, but I'll still do it. Cloudy days are still fun. Your mom's cooking. Sorry, dinner will be ready soon. Your dad's up. You don't have to pee. We can get you a bath, though. But he can't carry you down there, so I'm going to have to teleport you down here. And we're just going to pretend. We're going to pretend. We're going to use our imaginations, guys. So I need you to give Alice a bath. No! You're supposed to be... Put her down and cook. No! I'm just calling you Matthew. Who's Matthew? Give Alice a bath. I don't know what you're giving her a bottle for. She doesn't need it. Food is on the way. It doesn't need it. Oh, okay. You do it to save your child, which is good. Don't let it spread. Don't let it spread. Don't let it spread. Oh, that's all it takes. All it takes is for Alice to be nearby. I don't even know she burned. Okay, whatever. Crisis burned. I don't know if y'all heard I just let out the longest sigh known to man. You're gonna eat. Alice is gonna eat a little bit. Fire. Yeah? Fire. Grab a serving. God, I don't even know what Matilda be setting on fire. I kid you not, I've never had a sim in all my years of playing The Sims, including The Sims 3, set fires nearly as much as Matilda does. Like, not a single sim. Oh my gosh, we have to do so much. We have to essentially redo most of the garden and get ready replanting a lot of our fall crops. We just got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. Sure, I don't care. We're gonna pretend that those are not letters. Someone knocking on the door. Gossip through the grapevine. I don't know. It wasn't a cell phone call though. Come on. Yo, William, stop talking for 5 seconds. You have stuff to do. Do this, collect eggs, and clean. And we'll give Alice a bath in just a second. Oh my god. Are you not gonna finish? Okay, you're full. So, Mathilda, what I need you to do is give Alice a bath. Well, your husband wouldn't do it. Have a strict family dynamic? Yes. When it comes to Mathilda and Alice, a sense of order seems to be abound, as the younger Sim has a deep respect for the older family member, often meeting the older Sim's high expectations. For family members with strict family dynamics, the elder Sim will ask the younger to do things like cleaning more, and the younger Sim would generally avoid rebelling. They might get more stressed overall. Yes, that's definitely how they are. I feel like because she really don't even want kids to begin with, that she's just way more strict because of it. Are you hungry? No, you're fine. And afterwards, you need to clean and refill the shed. Yes, we have a lot to get done. Matilda, I'll let you take care of yourself first too. Alice is just gonna enjoy. Since she's downstairs, she can play around the farm and all that. Don't play with that stove, girl. She had a eureka moment. Lovely. That bird is loud. She's calming down from everything, taking a bath. Do we have any? Okay, we still have like cherries stuff there, and a lot of meats. You put the milk in here. These guys, these mushrooms, these eggs. Let's hatch this egg. Okay, there's plenty to do. Plenty to do around the farm. Ending. Agnes is here. Let's invite her in. Okay, well, guess we're not inviting her. Oh, she went out back. You might not kick my trash can. That's all I know. He's doing this. And she's playing in the laundry water. Okay, that's cute. And let's weed out the plants that are still fine. And then get started with cleaning out the not fine ones. The not fine ones. Okay, I'm about to say, you've been in this bath for eons. I mean, get clean, girl. I'm not mad at it. Compliment her. No, wait, actually don't do that. I thought that was like platonic compliments. Is she talking about how much of a mess our house is? Okay, we went through like 3 actual fires and it almost fired like 2 hours ago. And our pot's leaking. Okay. Unload, put laundry away. And you're gonna help out here in the farm. Alice is, look at Alice. Oh, okay, y'all. This is Alice. Stop doing that for 5 seconds. So we can see you. So the people can see. Alright, guys, this is Alice. She's so cute. I thought she had her mom's skin color, but she actually has a mixture of her mom's and her dad's. So the skin overlay I use for toddlers it makes them slightly more tan, but her slightly more tan is just her dad's color. But so yeah, so she actually has closer to her dad's skin tone. I didn't realize it was an in-between skin. But yeah, she's so cute. She's such a cute little baby. And I absolutely adore her. And once you're done, I'm actually going to go have you forage so that we can try to get some more like fall crops and stuff to plant. He's coming to make sure she's okay. He doesn't like breathe in that water or drink it or something. Oh, she wiped her lips. She definitely just drank it. Oh no. These are out of season. These apples are in season. I know your friend's here. You want to talk and yeah, you can plant things directly in the middle like this. Okay. Uproot. Off. Just want to get the space cleaned out. So you just get more done. No, but this guy's here. I'm sorry, we can't. Every single time we have like someone come over is on days where we're exceedingly, like excessively busy. This guy is pretty well off. He owns a property down the street, a little bit down the road. Uh, I know for a fact you're not his wife. Don't have your affair in my garden for someone come knocking at my door. I'm about something. Have you seen Agnes and Adam? Is this why Agnes is friends with Mathilda? Does she keep the secret? Does she get the secret that these two are like together? Mathilda not even batting an eye. She does not care. She definitely knows about this. Mathilda. All right. Agnes must not be that happy with her current husband. Agnes is poor. She's like worse off than Mathilda and William. And they don't have kids, but they have a dog. So maybe that's why she's having this affair with that man, because that man is middle class. And if she can get to a position where they marry, or if she has his child or something like that, then possibly she can get a better social economic position. I'm not saying it's right, but I am saying I understand. I should really get going now. Thanks. See you later. Yeah, of course. Don't make it a habit of coming over here to cheat on your husband, though. I don't know why my farm. Maybe it's because we're secluded. Like, there's literally no one else around. Like, we don't have. This is our closest neighbor, but we don't. We're kind of like secluded on this branch of land over here. All right, guys. So we've reached the end of this episode. I will pick back up next time. Yeah. Bye.